Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're doing fine. This is a new video of Religious Academy channel, and this time we're going to describe and analyze past simple, which, as the name suggests, it's a tense that refers to the past. So there are three kinds of verbs in past simple. The verb to be, there is another video on the verb to be in past simple. You will find the link in the description. The regular verbs that we're going to analyze now, and the irregular verbs that again we're going to analyze now. About the irregular verbs, since they are irregular, this means that they do not follow the rules of past simple when it comes to their past form, but we must know a list or the list of irregular verbs. And here what I have done is that I have attached exactly here one of the thousands of lists that you can find online as a sample. But I repeat, we must memorize the irregular verbs. I may create a video another time to show you some ways that will probably help you remember them more easily. So, verb to be on another video, regular verbs. I've written here ed, you'll see why, and the irregular verbs I explained. Now, to form the past simple of regular verbs, I, which I forgot here, I or we must add the suffix ed at the end of the verb. For example, if my base for my bare infinitive is jump, if I add the ed, jumped, what I do is that I change it into past simple. I make it refer to the past. However, that ed thing that we add sometimes causes problems, and specifically spelling problems. Let's check them out. So if a verb finishes in e, like dance, that finishes in e, yes, I only add a d, obviously. So dance, danced, right? Second rule, if one syllable verb finishes in consonant, vowel, consonant, I double the final consonant, and then I add the ed suffix. So I have in one syllable verb, pop, which finishes in consonant, P, vowel, O, consonant. So when I add the ed suffix, I must double the final consonant. This is why I see here double P. Last spelling rule problem. If a verb, very common in other grammar phenomena also. So if a verb finishes in Y and there is a consonant behind it, I add the suffix IED. So Y, and here behind it, there is a consonant R. So I must drop that Y and not the suffix IED. So try, I try every day, I tried yesterday. What about the interrogative? In interrogative and negative, I use the word did and I drop the ed. If my verb is irregular, I must change it into the base form or the bare infinitive. I have explained again in some other videos that the bare infinitive or base form of, or call it however you want, is the first pure form of the verb before we add any suffixes. So, for instance, the bare infinitive of ate is it. The bare infinitive of jumped is jump. So, according to the rule, to make the interrogative, I must use did when it comes to the question at the beginning, and then change. I must drop the ed. This is why here the ed jumped in the question, did I jump? The ed does not exist. And if my verb is irregular, I must change it into the bare infinitive or the base form. So I ate yesterday, but did you eat? The same goes with negative. You did not or didn't, base form, eat. He did not or didn't jump. No ed, no irregular form when we use did, which means an interrogative and negative. What about the use? Two main rules. I use past simple for short finished actions that happen one after the other. And this is what I do usually when I say a story. For instance, he got in the room, sat down, and started studying. You may find other descriptions, other names, like I don't know, storytelling, or dramatic, or narration, or that stuff. But in reality, that's the rule. I have short finished actions one after the other, and what I do is that in reality I describe actions that happen, so I'm describing a story. Now pay attention to that. I use past simple to describe past habits. Past habit is something I used to do in the past, but I no longer do it. This is why it's a past habit and not a present habit. So in this case, it's equal to used to. Do you know used to? In a second link in the description, you will find how we use used to. And here's an example. So when I was young, I ate a lot, but now I don't. Or when I was young, I used to eat a lot, but now I don't. The same meaning. About the keywords, I always like to cite the keywords, which means words that when I see them, I know which tense to use most of the times. So obviously, because this is a past tense, I must see in my sentence words that refer to the past, like this one is one thing, the preposition in and a year from the past. Like in 2013, right? Aliens appeared in the sky. Appeared. Yesterday, ago, like a week ago, a month ago, 2 years ago, a century ago, last Monday, last Tuesday, last Christmas, I gave you my heart. Suddenly, I have an example here. Suddenly, somebody opened the door. Finally, he finally came, right? And some other words like when, as soon as. I have an example here with as soon as. As soon as George came, we left. And another one in negative with yesterday. We didn't meet. Past simple, negative, yesterday. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of this presentation. I hope it helped you. I repeat, in order to fully understand past simple, you must watch the other videos, the links of which you will find in the description. So I hope the video helped, and see you soon.